welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking to watch this video today. This video is super important if you're thinking about buying the Bridgerton collection. I assume it's gonna be restocked because there is a wait list. But if you are on the fence and you want to know does it live up to the hype, then continue to watch this video because I have thoughts. I really have thoughts. So let's get into the video. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we have the Pat McGrath Labs X Bridgerton collab. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hear people saying, oh, this is a cash grab. I will say, if you know business and or own a business, everything is a cash grab. But a lot of people are suckers for packaging, me being one of them. Am I sorry? No, I'm not sorry. Look at it. It's freaking gorgeous. So this is the eyeshadow palette. I also have the blush palette. I have both of the highlighters, and I'm not going to keep talking about, we'll talk about it as we go along. So it looks like we have, and from what I understand, all of these are new shades. This is the first time Pat McGrath has given a 6-pan palette that has one of the Glitz Astral shades, which is primarily a topper. This is what drew me to the palette, honestly, and the packaging. The mauve tones, I don't mind them. These two are kind of really close together, so I wish that there was a different shade or a deeper option offered, just because do you really need both of them? And those are both, they look to be satin mattes. So I see two satin mattes. I see one regular matte, I see a shimmer shade, and then I see a regular, I call them sat shims to the eye, because it's not really a sparkle, it's just a real nice sheen. So first I'm going to start off with swatches on, because I want you to see what they look like on my skin tone. So first I'm going to go in with the blue shade. I'm doing the top row blue first. I'm working my way over. I'll just show you once again. So I'm going here, there. The names are on the back. So normally, that's one thing I would have liked to see, the names on the front. I thought this was a black lacquer when I looked at the pictures, but it is the traditional packaging. I would have liked to see, and it would have made the palette even prettier if there were the names on the front in a blue color, in this blue color. So this is the Astral shade. It has a purple flip, purple and teal. So that's the Astral shade, what people refer to as one of the special shades. The next shade is one of the satin shimmers. It looks to be like a mauve type. Well, on me it looks like a baby pink almost. And then we have that champagne shimmer, which looks very similar to the highlighter, one of the highlighters. Okay, let me wipe my hands off, and we're gonna do the bottom row. I'm gonna do them in the same order from my left to you, from my right to my left. Sorry. Another satin shimmer. This one looks like it's gonna be a lot deeper. Okay, so that is more of a true like pink. And then we have what I call a traditional shimmer shade, which is super pretty. It has a copper flip to it, it looks like to me. And then we have the deeper shade in the palette, which is this one here. So it swatches on my arm lighter than it looks in the palette. I will say that off the top. But you know, swatches, arm swatches, you can't determine what an eyeshadow will look like or how it will perform by swatches on the arm. That's not how we do eyeshadow. I'm gonna go into this pink here. I don't know. Yes, that is the lightest matte shade, shimmer matte, that's in the palette. So that is what I will use first in my transition area. So I'm just gonna pop that on, and let me know in the comments, do you want him? Do you like it? Why do you like it? So this is a satin matte, so it seems to have some shimmer in it, not unless that came from somewhere else. Nope, it's in the shadow. Not my favorite, but it is pretty. This would make a very nice blush in my opinion, but I have the whole collection here so we can see. So this is a shimmery matte, which I think is a kind of a disappointment because there's not many mattes in this palette to begin with. So I would have liked that to be a regular matte. Now I'm gonna see if the second one is, so the next darkest pink shade, see if this is a traditional matte or is it as shimmery as the first one. Nope, it's got that shimmer in it. It's got a sheen. Let me not say shimmer. It's got a sheen. It's not like glitter all over your face, but that makes me feel a little bit different about this palette, that I will say. Because do we have any traditional mattes? I guess it's just gonna be the pinky brown. It's a brown with a pink undertone. I guess that's the only like real matte we're gonna have. But I would have liked these to be regular mattes, and it's very deceiving when you look in the palette. They look like satin mattes. They don't look like they are gonna give off any shimmer, and it's probably not even easy to see on the eye. But yeah, I think that's a shame. That's a shame, because I guess to make it different than what we are used to getting, it is different. But so I'm going into the deepest shade with a fluffy but fluffy flat crease brush. I call it crease. It could be shader. No, this is not a shader. Crease brush. And I'm gonna go just a little bit. See, that's light. So I just want you to see. Look at the shade in there, and then I tap into it, and this is what it looks like on the brush. It's just, I don't know, maybe it will oxidize, but okay, this is a true matte. And honestly, had I known those other shades had shimmer in them, I probably would have just went in with this shade and blown it out to how I wanted it to be. I almost want to dig into another palette and get like a black or a really dark brown. And I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna show you that, like, she has shimmers or mattes in other palettes that have shimmer. Okay, so this palette here is Bronze Seduction, I believe. No, Bronze Ambition. So this has a deep brown shade, but the brown shade has shimmer in it, but it's almost like when they put shimmer in a matte shade, they make it more blendable. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into that deep shimmer. I keep saying shimmer. That deep shimmer matte, and try to deepen up this look a little bit, because I need some more dimension on the outside. Maybe I don't, but I want it. Okay. So already that gives me more dimension. There is shimmer in that. I don't even know if shimmer is the word. There is some some shimmer in that shade, but it doesn't come off like the Satin Mattes here, which is crazy because when you look at the brown shade in the Sublime Ambition palette, you can clearly see, hey, this matte has shimmer in it. But when you look at these, they just have a little bit of a sheen to them. I don't know if that makes sense. But so I've showed you swatches for my lid. I want to put a base down because this is a topper. So for me, that means you can have just that, or you can put it over something. So what do I want to put it over? It has a purple flip. So it's purple and blue. I think I want to put a blue base down. So I'm going to use a blue gel liner. This is what it looks like. Because I want that blue to come to the forefront. Like, I want to give it something to grab onto. And I want to see that blue shade because it's gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm going to tap into that and put it on the lid space that I want the topper to go on. And yeah, this is like a royal blue, which would have been beautiful in this palette and would have made sense since we're talking royalty, elegance, Italy, you know. Yeah, you know. I just feel like it would have done so much more for this palette. So I'm kind of underwhelmed, to say the least. But I'm not mad at the same time because it's Pat McGrath. Who doesn't love Pat McGrath? It's different from anything I have in my collection, that I will say. So I'm going to take the blue, the astral shade, and I'm going to go on top of that base that I put down. And it's giving. It is giving. That's what I wanted you to see. That's the hype that people get when they think of the glitz astral or astral glitz shades from Pat McGrath. Which I never highlight my brow bone, so that's gonna be different for me. This would look good all over the lid with some brown in the crease. I'm gonna put some of this on my brow bone, just a touch. Okay, it's not too scary. Just in the middle. And kind of blend it in. Guys, so I did the whole eye look without my actual mic being plugged up. So in editing, I'm gonna listen to the quality of the sound without my mic being plugged up. And if it's horrible, okay, now let's get into the other offerings from the Bridgerton collection. So we have 2 highlighters. I have them both. So this is what the packaging looks like. Super Luxe. Again, it's a product made in Italy. This is, from what I understand, the gel to powder highlight, which would also be super pretty on the eyes. And then we have the lighter of the 2, which is more, it reminds me of Opal from Becca, but I'm sure the formula is nothing like Opal from Becca. And then I have the blush trio, which has 3 blush offerings. And this is my first ever blush from Pat McGrath. And this is what it looks like. Again, 2 of them look satin. So this is not a blush, this is a highlighter. So we have 2 blushes and a highlighter. The 2 blushes, they're cool. So I'm gonna do 1 blush on this side, 1 blush on this side, 1 highlighter on this side, and so on and so forth. So first I'm going to take the lighter of the 2 blushes first on this blush brush, and I'm gonna go in kind of, you know, I'm gonna swirl because it is lighter and I am a little bit, you know, I'm chocolate. So I'm gonna put that on, see what we think. On first application, I see nothing. I see a little bit of shimmer, but as far as blush, I don't see any blush. Let me see. Let me go in again. Look, I'm going in. I'm going in. Let's do it again. And I'm pressing the brush onto my face. And as you can see, I'm getting just kind of like a nice like sheen to the face. Not so much blush. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the other blush. Let me get another brush. I'm going to go into the deeper blush with this brush, and I'm going in to where I'm making a mess. Okay, and then now we have blush, and I went in pretty hard just so you would be able to see the difference in the two on camera on somebody with my skin tone or deeper. So highlight, blush, because this is what it looks like in the pan. It's mauve. There's no mauve here. Mixed together, they probably would be beautiful. The highlight, I will swatch on my hand. Oh, I dug into it. Let me pat that back down. Put it on my hand. Dig into it. So this is the highlighter. Looks like a peachy gold. Yes, it is a peachy gold faux show. No doubts. It's pretty. But I have these other two highlighters, so I want to use them today. So with the two blush sides, right, I'm gonna just make sure I got this blended well before I clean this brush off. So I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go into my color switch and get all the product off. And then I'm gonna go into, so this already has like a champagne-y shift to it, champagne yellow gold shift to it. So I'm gonna put the yellow gold on this side, and I'm gonna put the, I don't know, I'm just gonna, because I feel like it's gonna be doing too much of this if I put that one over here. But then the yellow, okay, we're just gonna do it. So here it is. I'm gonna go in. It's a gel to powder formula. I'm going to the high points first. Okay, I can rub a little more. Okay, I really like that. I really, really like that. It's smooth. It's like that. She lit, but she not lit. I like it. I like this one. Okay. Again, I'm gonna go into my color switch, switch it off, and I'm gonna go into the gold one. And when I first seen this, I was like, it reminds me of Trophy Wife from Rihanna, Fenty Beauty. But I was like, I'm gonna give it a go anyway. Let me take a chance. So I'm gonna tap onto it, give it a fair tap, and then I'm gonna start to put that there. Okay. It's not as like boom in your face as I thought it was gonna be. However, you would have to use a deeper blush. So what I'm gonna do is clean this brush off again. I'm gonna go into the eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna get I'm gonna put my brush into the deepest, or what looked to be the deepest shadow to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the, no, that's, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put this brush in there. I'm gonna tap kind of lightly and kind of go underneath the highlighter and kind of wrap this around, which I think makes it more wearable. Yes, this side is just gorgeous to me. This side, I could make it work, but I would have to use a different blush. So for the lower lash line, okay, wait a minute. So this side is hella sparkly, and this side is just, it's like, I don't know, this side is just smooth, no glitter. This side is Disco City when I look up close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some face powder, which I hardly ever do. I'm gonna take the Sephora Micro Smooth. I'm just gonna tone this down and sweep away any powder we have that's sitting around. I'm gonna take this and sweep there, sweep there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do under the lash line, since it's so pink heavy, I'm gonna take this Natasha Denona burgundy eyeliner. I'm gonna go on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the deepest shade, or what I thought was the deepest shade in the palette, this one here, and I'm gonna smudge that along my lower lash line to complement and blow out the burgundy. I'm gonna take the last shade that I did not use, which is gonna be this one in the middle, and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. This would be really pretty all over the lid as well. I might, oh, that's nice. I like that shade. I like that one. That one is a winner chicken dinner. It's pink, it's pretty, it's feminine. This is sexy. Do I want to go over the lip with some? Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna take the blue Astro Topper shade, just a tiny bit. And go on the lip. I have thoughts. I do have thoughts. So, those thoughts being, would I recommend this collection? If it's merely for the fact that you love Bridgerton and you love Pat McGrath's products and you're not new to makeup. If you're new to makeup, I would not recommend this, simply because number one, it's pricey. Number two, it has so much shimmer that this is not an everyday palette. This is a going somewhere. Well, I'm not even gonna say that, because it's your business how you wear your makeup, where you wear your makeup to, and all that jazz. But I just simply would love, if I was a new to makeup, new to the brand, I would love for somebody to tell me, hey, this is not really, you know, beginner friendly, everyday friendly. I mean, to somebody who wears green lipstick every day, this probably would be an everyday palette. But as for me, it's a little too much shimmer for every day. And for this price, I just don't think it's, you know, for everyday type makeup. I mean, like I said, it's all opinion. It's all opinion. It took a very, very long time to ship, like to the point where I sent an email to Pat McGrath Labs, the support team, saying I just wanted to cancel my order. So I almost just returned this to sender, but I didn't. But it did take a long time in shipping, I guess because of all the sales, but I have never waited that long for a package from Pat McGrath, so it was different for me and I didn't appreciate it. Also, the blush palette, I'm sure I can use the highlighter. I can use one blush out of it, or I can mix the two blushes, or I can use the second blush maybe as an eyeshadow if it shows up, but it wouldn't show up on my face, so I wouldn't think it would show up on the eyes, if that makes sense. The eyeshadow, it's kind of off-putting to me for every single shadow in the palette except one to have shimmer in it. And some people may disagree that it's shimmer versus sheen, but it shines and it was on my face. So shimmer is what you really have fallout in. The top of shade, I chose to use a base because I knew going into it, especially after swatches, that the topper, the blue shade, did not have a base to it. So it is a topper shade. I chose to use a blue base just because I wanted to make it pop. And I guess I did have a purple base. You could use a purple liner. I don't have a purple gel liner. If I had a bright purple, royal purple gel liner, it would look beautiful on top of that. But nonetheless, I think the look came out beautiful. The gold highlighter is on this side and the more champagne-y highlighter is on this side. I do prefer this side. I also went into this side with the deepest shadow in the palette to use as blush because I couldn't get the light blush in the palette, blush palette, to work for me. So on the face, it's pretty, but it's not, you know, it does not stand out. It's soft. So that shade for everyday for someone my complexion, I wouldn't say much deeper can use it as a blush shade because it barely, you know, I don't know. You tell me what your thoughts are. But thank you for tuning in to another video and listening to my thoughts. If they sound a little bit negative, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative. I just want to be truthful, and I hope it is appreciated and received in that way. I love the brand. I love Pat McGrath, and I mean no disrespect by not loving everything. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload new content. And until next time, guys, bye.